Welcome to Things You Don't Know. Today, we're going to dig out some interesting facts concerning cotton swabs, commonly referred to as Q-tips. These rather ubiquitous items came onto the scene in the early 20th century.
Q-tips were invented in the early 1920s by a Polish American named Leo Gerstensang. The idea came to him after he saw his wife sticking cotton on toothpicks to clean their baby's ears. He then developed a ready-to-use cotton swab and called it Baby Gase, but later rebranded it as Q-tips, where the Q stands for quality.
After Leo Gerstenzang got the idea from his wife's improvised solution, he worked on creating a more refined and safer product. The first Q-tips had a wooden stick, but it was later replaced with cardboard or plastic for flexibility and safety. The cotton swab was firmly attached to each end of the stick, make it more convenient and hygienic than homemade versions.
Leo founded a company called Leo Gerstenstein Infant Novelty Company, which later became known as Q-Tips Inc. I don't know, that somehow tickles me.
I know it has a nice ring to it too.
It sure
Yeah,
does.
the product quickly became popular for baby care and a wide range of other uses. In the 1950s, which you guys don't remember, but I do, the company added the Q for quality and the name Q-tip stuck.
Yes, it did. Q-tips' versatility led to the use in many fields, including medical settings for applying ointments or cleaning wounds. They also became a staple in households for various tasks, from cleaning electronics, from crafting. The brand's longevity and popularity have made the generic term for cotton swabs in many places around the world. The term cotton swabs is actually quite descriptive of what Q-tips are. The name breaks down like this. Cotton. This refers to the soft, absorbent material at both ends of the swab. Cotton is used because it is gentle and effective at absorbing liquids and applying substances. Swabs. This word describes the overall tool, which is essentially a small stick with cotton on the ends. Swab is often used in a medical or cleaning context, referring to a small piece of absorbent material attached to a stick used for cleaning or taking samples. So, when you put cotton and swab together, it perfectly describes a Q-tip, a stick with cotton on the ends used for various cleaning, applying, or cosmetic purposes. Q-tips are the brand of cotton swabs, but not all cotton swabs are Q-tips.
Q-tips are incredibly versatile. They were initially marketed, as we said, for baby care, but over the years, people found countless uses for them. They're used for applying and removing makeup, cleaning small or hard to reach areas, arts and crafts, and even first aid for applying ointments. However, it's worth noting that doctors don't recommend using them to clean inside the ears, as it can cause damage. As Q-tips gained popularity, the company continued to innovate and expand its product line. They introduced different variations, such as safety swabs, primarily used for babies, which have a specially designed tip to prevent them from going too far into the ear canal. They also created precision tips for tasks that require more accuracy, like applying makeup or cleaning small objects.
You know, over the years, Q-tips have been used in creative ways beyond their original purpose, as we have been saying. In arts and crafts, they're perfect for painting fine details or applying glue, or so it's said. I can't imagine them being that great for painting, actually, because they have that blunt end. But I know that some artists have used them. Makeup artists use them for precise application or touch ups. They're also handy for cleaning tight spaces like the gaps in a keyboard or the seams of small electronic devices. Now, let's take a little bit more in depth look at the wide variety of reasons for Q tip usage. Makeup application and removal, as I've said, they're good for precision tasks of some sorts, like applying eyeshadow, eyeliner, or lipstick. I don't personally use any of those things, but hey, it's okay. They're also great for correcting makeup mistakes or smudging for a smoky eye effect. For removing makeup, they can reach into the corners of the eyes or along the lash line. Nail art and care, well, they are very handy for cleaning up nail polish around the nails or for creating intricate nail art designs. Again, not something that I personally do. The cotton tip allows for precise application of polish or remover. In arts and crafts, Q-tips can be used as tiny paintbrushes for detailed work or for applying glue in small areas. They're also great for creating texture in paintings or for blending colors. In household cleaning, they're used for because they're just perfect for cleaning hard to reach places like the grooves of keyboards, the crevices of jewelry, tight spots in electronics, or, and I've done this before, they can use to be cleaning around faucets or in the tracks of windows. Q-tips are often used to apply ointments or antiseptics to cuts and scrapes. Their small size allows for precise application without contaminating the rest of the product. The brand has maintained its relevance by adapting to changing consumer needs and preferences. With a focus on quality and safety, Q-tips continue to be a trusted tool in households worldwide.
There are pros and cons concerning the use of Q-tips. Let's take a look at some of these interesting facts. First, some of the apparent positive aspects are that they are a favorite in makeup application and correction. They're ideal for smudging eyeliner, cleaning up mascara mistakes, or applying makeup in small, precise areas. Their small size and cotton tip make them great for delicate tasks. From cleaning tight spots on electric devices to applying ointments or cleaning small crevices, Q-tips have many uses. They're perfect for detail work, making them a go-to for anyone who loves DIY or crafts. Q-tips are widely available and inexpensive. Most households keep a box handy because they are useful in so many situations, from first aid to art projects. One of the primary uses of Q-tips has traditionally been ear cleaning. While many find them useful for this, it also leads us to one of the significant cons.
Medical professionals advise against using Q-tips for cleaning ears. When you push them into the ear canal, that can lead to impacted earwax, damage to the eardrum, or even infections. The use of Q-tips for the cleaning of earwax, although its original use, is by all accounts not a good idea. Q-tips should not be used for ear cleaning because they can cause more harm than good. Here are some of the main reasons. Instead of just removing earwax, using a Q-tip often pushes the wax further into the ear canal. This can lead to impacted earwax, which may cause discomfort, hearing loss, or feeling of fullness in the ear. An interesting little story. Years ago, I worked in a standalone health clinic, and I had a gentleman come in, and he was very distraught. He says, I'm losing my mind. And I said, well, why do you think that, sir? And he said, well, I hear these strange voices and, they never seem to leave me alone. It's like reverberating in my head. And he just went on and on. And after talking with him a bit, I said, well, wait a minute. I thought to myself, I think there's something wrong with his ear. So I asked him if I might just look in his ear. And sure enough, I looked in his ears, both of them, and they were I've never seen an impaction of earwax that bad. Fortunately, as I said, I was in a standalone health clinic. So I called to the trailer next door.
It must have been pretty bad for the earwax to be making him hear voices.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It was really reverberations. He was, because when I asked him about the voices, he didn't understand words. It's just he thought that these were like monsters going, and he thought it was like demons or something.
That
So,
must have been terrifying.
Yeah,
well, it
that I
was.
couldn't. Yeah, poor guy.
Well, and so I had one of my buddies. I called him. I said, "Hey, I need you to come over here and bring your lavage kit because I got somebody with such a severe impaction in his ears that he thinks he's lost his mind." And he says, "Well, I do have my own patients to see." And I said, "Yeah, do this for me. I'll get you back." And he said, "Okay." And he came over and brought his lavage equipment. And he said, "Okay, since you wanted me to do this, then you are going to assist in this process." So I did. Anyhow, and it was quite amazing, actually. He told me it was one of the worst impactions he had ever seen, too. So, and after the ears were cleaned out and he was hearing again, um, the guy was like, "You performed a miracle." You, yeah, not really. Um, but okay. Anyhow, the ear canal and eardrum are very delicate structures. They really
Thanks for
are.
sharing that, Dr. Weaver.
Yeah, I thought it would be amusing.
Yeah.
Like I say, the ear canal and eardrum are very delicate. Inserting a Q-tip too far or using too much pressure can scratch or tear the ear canal lining or even puncture the eardrum. And I have actually known many cases of that. That results in pain, like, real significant pain, like 8, 9, 10 on that little pain scale. And of course, it can cause infections or hearing damage. You can lose your hearing through that. Cleaning with a Q-tip can also strip away the natural earwax. Why is that significant? Well, earwax plays a protective role by trapping dirt and preventing bacteria from reaching deeper parts of the ear. Removing too much earwax can make the ear more vulnerable to infections. But you check out the podcast we did on earwax. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, actually, some of the things we found out. Now, the other thing is earwax naturally moves out of the ear canal on its own. The ear is therefore a kind of self-cleaning organ, and the wax slowly migrates out as a part of this process. Using Q-tips can disrupt this, leading to an overproduction of wax or blockages. Because of these risks, medical experts, including the American Academy of Otolaryngology, recommend avoiding Q-tips for ear cleaning and suggest safer alternatives like using a damp cloth to clean the outer ear, using eardrops to soften the wax, or lavage, which means irrigation, essentially. Some other negative aspects of the use of Q-tips are that most Q-tips are single use and made of plastic. or wood stems. Given their frequent use and disposal, they can contribute significantly to waste, especially those with plastic sticks. Fortunately, more brands are transitioning to eco-friendly versions with biodegradable paper sticks. The Q-tips can also, as we've been saying here, cause more harm than good, whether it's in makeup, like overblending or removing too much product, or ear cleaning, leading to injury. They need to be used carefully and correctly. Many people misuse them for tasks they weren't designed for, leading to accidents. Being single use limits their sustainability and makes them less economical long term for certain tasks. Some people are turning to reusable alternatives for makeup and cleaning to reduce waste.
I have heard there are spiralized cotton swabs, and they're often marketed as a safer alternative for ear cleaning. However, research indicates they come with similar risks to the traditional Q-tip, and they are generally not recommended by medical professionals for cleaning inside the ear canal. Here's why. Like regular Q-tips, spiralized swabs can still push earwax deeper into the ear canal, leading to impaction. Even though their design may claim to, quote, scoop the wax out, it can still force some wax against the eardrum, which can cause blockages. The spiral design can still cause harm if it's inserted too deeply. As we've said, the ear canal is sensitive, and any hard or overly vigorous cleaning tool, spiralized or not, can scratch the canal's lining or damage the eardrum, leading to severe pain, infections, or permanent hearing damage. Many people believe incorrectly the spiral design is inherently safer, but this is not correct. The basic risks of introducing any object into the ear canal remain the same. Ear structure is delicate, and even tools that seem specially designed for ear cleaning can cause harm if misused.
If Q-tips should not be used to clean ears, then what are some safe and effective ways to do it? Well, ears naturally expel wax, so usually no cleaning inside the ear canal is necessary. Over-the-counter eardrops can soften earwax, allowing it to exit naturally. For stubborn wax, a doctor, like you, Dr. Weaver, can safely remove it through irrigation or manual extraction. The question remains as to why people continue to use Q-tips despite the widespread knowledge that they're not good for that purpose.
There are two reasons for the continued use of Q-tips. First, it just feels good. Itches in the outer ear canal are common, and the friction of the swab just feels good. You know what they say, if you have an itch, scratch it. The second reason is because of tradition. People are used to using them. After all, we have been using them for over 100 years, and the negative aspects usually take time to see. It's a common practice, and as we've discovered in other areas, those things are hard to change. What I'm curious about is anybody aware, has the Q-tip spawned any other inventions? Popular ideas usually have some kind of offshoot.
Yes, Q-tips have inspired various innovations, particularly personal care, hygiene, and precision cleaning tools. Their simple, versatile design has led to the creation of several products that adapt the concept for specific purposes. Here are a few notable examples. As we discussed earlier, spinalized cotton swabs were developed as a more ergonomic and supposedly safer alternative to traditional Q-tips for ear cleaning. These tools feature a spiral design meant to pull wax out rather than push it in, though they still come with similar risks. Building on Q-tips' popularity for makeup touch-ups, specialized cosmetic applicators were invented. These often have tapering of pointed tips designed specifically for applying or blending makeup in tight spaces, like around the eyes or lips. Some have different textures for tasks like blending eyeshadow and applying concealer and cleaning up makeup mistakes. Medical and sterile swabs, such as those used for taking laboratory samples or during medical exams, have evolved from the basic Q-tip concept. These swabs are often longer, sterile, and have more absorbent tips designed for professional use in medical settings, including wound care and diagnostic testing. Another offshoot are swabs designed for precision cleaning and electronics and delicate equipment. These tools are made with materials that won't leave lint behind, and their smaller, more refined shapes make them ideal for cleaning hard to reach areas, like devices such as cameras, smartphones, and computer keyboards. During the COVID-19 pandemic, nasal swabs became essential for testing. Though not identical to Q-tips, the concept of a cotton tip swab inserted into the nasal passage to collect samples is closely related. These swabs were refined for medical accuracy, safety, and sterility during widespread use. In response to growing environmental concerns about single-use products, reusable silicone swabs have been developed as a more sustainable alternative to Q-tips. These feature a silicone tip that can be cleaned and reused, reducing waste. They are marketed for both personal hygiene and makeup applications. In the arts and crafts world, Q-tips inspired specialized crafting tools for painting and model making and other delicate tasks. These tools often have firmer, longer handles and smaller, more precise tips than your typical cotton swab, making them suitable for detailed work. Swabs specifically designed to clean gun barrels and other tight areas were developed in niche markets like firearm maintenance. These swabs are sturdier and often larger, but the basic idea of a small and softer tool for detailed cleaning comes from the Q-tip. In summary, the Q-tip's simple design has sparked a range of inventions, from personal care tools to precision and medical devices. Its versatility continues to inspire innovations across different industries.
Well, we've cleaned out a lot of issues with this podcast. I, I hope you've learned a few things and enjoyed it. Please join us again soon for more topics. Some may seem more important than others. Remember, learning often starts from curiosity or amusement. And always, always real learning has the chance of blossoming into more impactful issues. So don't stop. Go ahead, be curious, have fun with it, but know that where it leads you may be really good places to go.
And speaking of having fun, it was real fun to cover this topic. I look forward to participating in more podcasts. Please come back soon.
This has cleared out some very waxy ideas out of my body cavities.
Too much information. I don't want to hear about that.
But seriously, ladies and gentlemen, we are engaged in a great adventure here. I just want to say, on a personal note here, this podcast has really helped me to become a better professor and a better person. I think this analysis of a routine product and all its applications is, to me, a touchstone of boots on the ground history. It's very easy, my friends, to fall into the trap as a historian or a literary expert of focusing on one book, one battle, one election, or even one invention. But Things You Don't Know has made a point of finding the issues beneath the surface, what I call the eternal and what looks ordinary. Thank you all. Please give us a like and a comment. Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.